MUK's presentation of the year. Good to see you, Ann Wiggins. A seasonal accessories expert. I can think of hardly no better job, because that just means you get to play with fashionable accessories all day and night.
I know.
But this is something that, first of all, is exclusive to QVC. But second of all, and I think most importantly, adorable fashion footwear that is truly designed to weather the elements that we're about to face.
It is. It takes the intimidation out of winter. You have to have the right equipment, and you have to look good, and you have to have some fun.
You have to. It's true, though. It's true. All right, so these are a lace-up, water-resistant ankle boot with a feature that a lot of you are already familiar with if you're familiar with kind of like camping gear and cold weather gear, and that is Thinsulate, which we'll talk about in a moment. But we'll take you through color choices on this one. It is deceptively priced, frankly, given the features, the benefits, the quality, and the beauty that you are getting. So we have those three choices, and we'll start right here. This is going to be the gray, and of course I had to start with the most limited one. It looks like we have only sizes 6 and 8. Wow. These are whole sizes only, guys, so if you are half size like me, 8.5, then you would size up, for example, to a 9, okay? Next up is the brown in sizes 6 through 11, so a better size range on that one. And then finally we have the black, in which we incorporate that red detail as well. The black we have in 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11. What you'll probably notice right off the bat is the beautiful knitwear that's incorporated into the boot, which is kind of a nod to the heritage of MUK, isn't it?
It is. Well, we've been in business for over 100 years. We're a family-owned company, and we're in our 5th generation of family ownership. So we just invite you to be part of our family. In fact, like me on my Facebook page, we have so much fun. We post so many funny things and laugh together like a family. So, and MUK QVC on Facebook. But for the detail of this boot, I mean, this is what is going to help you get through the winter. And I don't care whether you live in a really cold region. We were talking beforehand that you're from the South.
Right.
I lived in Arizona for 15 years. And I think the scariest thing is when you don't live in a cold weather region and you suddenly get
and it gets cold.
That rare snow or something, and you want to be prepared for that. So what we have here is a weather resistant bottom that was going to help keep the moisture right out here. This beautiful Fair Isle knit that is so MUK. This is what we do. You have the D-rings for the lace-ups. And those D-rings just make it so easy to pull these up and unlace them. They slide really well. They stay tied well. The laces are quality. I love the inside of this because we do have this faux Sherpa in here. I mean, just look.
And that goes all the way down to the toes.
All the way on all sides.
So cozy.
And it's so lightweight because it's Thinsulate. It holds your own body temperature in. We also have gusseted, I don't know if you can see this, the tongue, so you're not going to get the snow and the ice to go down into your poor little toes there. And then on the bottom, we always do a nice job with our tread. This is going to keep you so much safer on those snowy, icy, slushy driveways, sidewalks, parking lots. I mean, there's just almost no way to avoid it.
It's a true winter boot at 3 easy payments of $19.99. And already, I've got to give you some updates here. Remember how I said we were limited to start in the gray? There are fewer than 100 remaining in the gray.
It's so beautiful.
Fewer than 300 remaining in the black. And fewer than, I'm sorry, how many? In the brown. 400 in the brown, and that's it. This is what we're looking at right now as we start this fall/winter season. If you want to get a sense of how cute they are, take a look at Ann, who's wearing them right now.
I'm just gonna.
I appreciate that it doesn't necessarily go all the way up to the knee. I mean, I have the MUK boots that do as well.
Yes.
But maybe given what you're wearing, this is all the coverage that you're going to need. Or to your point, if you're in a climate that isn't necessarily always brutally cold, these are not suffocatingly warm. Instead, with that Thinsulate, it's almost like built-in climate control, so that if you're in an area that isn't quite so cold, it's basically just a nice, cozy boot that's ready for the elements.
And it's so lightweight, so you don't slog your way through winter trudging around in these heavy boots. I mean, they are like feathers on my feet. I can't
really
even
have to
believe.
get them home because you have to pick them up in order to really believe and experience how light they are.
You just want to toss them in the air. Can I show you the water-resistant part? Because this is so important. When you have a snow boot, you do not want your feet getting wet. And if they do, you don't have a good snow boot. So you can just tell when I'm pouring this water over here. I mean, it's just, it beads right off. Look at that. It's
And
practically
keeping in mind,
dry.
like, of course, where the knitting begins is
Yeah.
where that complete water resistance is going to back off a little bit, because
Right.
that is a knit, right? So if you're
Yes.
trudging through 3 feet up to your knees in snow, not quite
Well,
there.
yeah.
But for the bulk of the season,
We don't wish that on anyone.
we
though.
don't wish that on anybody. I don't wish it on myself,
No.
especially, right? And it has that kind of cute ski bunnies, ski lodge chic look to it at a price that, frankly, I mean, some
So-
winter socks are probably $30, $40. The entire boot is $59.98 on 3 easy pays of $19.99. You can only
comfy.
find them here, whole sizes, so size up if you're a half size. There it is in the brown.
So rich.
Then we have it in black with the red and white knit. And then finally, as we pan past the brown, we'll get you to the very limited, the gray. It's A268940. All too brief. Great
Oh,
to
my
see you. Our
goodness,
first time
yes.
together. I hope to see you again soon. And thank you for joining us
too.
in Q Check.
Thanks so
We'll see
much.
you soon. All right, now still to come in our show. Oh, really? Okay, so this was on earlier today, and already 1,200 have been spoken for. I will say this, I know from my experience that we have a real hard time holding